What's going on, folks? It's your main man, Mr. Council, Saturday Motivation. You know how we do. I chose Saturday because Saturday is the day that's uniquely your own. Most people work a 9 to 5, so by the time they get to Saturday, they feel it's necessary to take their foot off the gas. Most artists, creators, and business minds know that Saturday is the day to put your foot on the gas and handle your business. What's good? It's gloomy out, but we have another opportunity to reach our greatness, so we are thankful. I had the spirit of jealousy in my mind yesterday, and I was able to come up with sort of my own definition for it. I feel like jealousy is a reflection of your inability to connect with your inner greatness. It's a reflection of your inability to connect with your inner greatness. See, jealousy is a reflection of everything inside of you, your insecurities about yourself. And we've all battled with that at some point or another. And see, what I've come to understand as of late is that people that are on their grind, people that are successful, people that have made a lot of money, people that have just reached success from their viewpoint, they don't have time to be jealous about other people. They don't worry about what other people are doing. They're so laser focused on the success of their life and enjoying that consumes their time. And see, the thing about it is most people in this world are disconnected from their purpose. I don't even want to say lazy. I want to say disconnected from their purpose, because we all have down seasons in our life. We all have points in our life where we're not focused, where we're not on our mission. But when you are, you don't have any time to be distracted. And even bigger than that, you don't have time to focus on what other people are doing, what they have going on. And even if you see and recognize someone else doing great, it's respect that's between those two individuals. It's never hatred or jealousy, because when you're successful and you work hard to become successful, you know exactly what it takes to be that. And so when you recognize that in someone else, it's nothing but respect and admiration. And so if you're the type of person that's lazy, unfocused, unmotivated, off your purpose, when you run into somebody that is, as a defense mechanism, almost you get jealous, because you're trying to justify in your mind why you aren't where that person is. Not necessarily in their journey, but just why you aren't being successful the way that person is. Why you're not locked into the things that you should do. So it's like a knee-jerk reaction to be jealous. See, when you're a kid and you see an athlete do something great, or a musician do something great, something, something that you're interested in, something that motivates you, when you witness that for the first time, you're stuck in awe and amazement. You connect with it in a way that motivates you to possibly want to do the same thing. Or even if you don't want to do that same thing, it motivates you to want to be great at something. But as we get older, as we begin to mature or not, you end up on one side of the coin. The head side of the coin is where you use the inspiration of others, motivation from others, to actually tap into your own greatness. But the flip side of the coin is you're the type of person that's going to hate on all those other people, because, first of all, you have no idea what you want to do. You really haven't taken the time to get to know yourself to figure out what you are actually good at. And so and you feel like you've wasted a long period of time. And so you almost feel like it's too late to get started. So knowing all of that subconsciously, your knee-jerk reaction is to hate on somebody else or become jealous of somebody else and what they have. Instead of recognizing in yourself that you're not where that person is because you're not doing the work that you should be doing, you automatically, in a sense, try to defend yourself by becoming jealous of that person and hating on them, thinking that person is lucky. Trying to diminish that person's light because you're not even close to where that person is along in your journey. See, we have to understand anything that comes out of us negative is because of something that we've been through and something that we haven't dealt with on the inside. And so if you're jealous of somebody else or what somebody else has, you have work to do on the inside because you're insecure about yourself. Because if you are on your path, say you were just working towards it, you might not be there, you're just working towards it, it's going to give you more motivation. I'm going to get there. I'm going to see that. I'm going to have that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be that because you're already working towards it. So it almost inspires you to continue to keep going. Like when I see somebody now, a friend of mine that's successful, somebody I don't even know that's successful, somebody that I've watched for a long time from afar, and I see them going, it fuels my fire. Because I know I'm on my journey too, and I know my time is coming. I just have to wait on God. But in the meantime, I'm going to constantly be working. So I don't have time to be jealous of somebody else because I know who I am and I know what I'm great at. And I know what my life could be like if I continue to work hard. I have my lazy moments. I have my days, just like anybody else. But I'm on a path and I'm laser focused and I'm working towards it every day and I'm getting better every day. And so jealousy is in my rear view. I'm not going to say I've never been jealous of somebody. But I learned a long time ago that I don't have time for that. I learned a long time ago that God has blessed with me with a specific set of skills and talents that no one else has. No one else can be me. And I don't want to be anybody else. I don't want nobody sitting around trying to be me. And oftentimes, too, we make the mistake of when we, hold someone in high regard and we respect what they do, we try to become that person. Instead of connecting with that person's greatness in a way that drives us into our own, we try to emulate that person's path. And that's another big mistake that we make, but that's a conversation for another day. But understand, if you're the type of person that's sitting around jealous and mad because of what other people are doing, it's just screaming on the inside of your lack of motivation for what you should be doing or should have been doing for the longest. There's no way you should be grown and be jealous. If you're grown and jealous, it's just because you're not working towards the thing that you should be working towards. So you got work to do. But most people know it's going to take that. It's going to take so much work to get there. They don't even have it in them to begin to try. Because being successful and being great is not easy. And yes, at any moment in your life, you can turn around. As long as you still have breath in your body, God is going to work with you. But I'm telling you now, if you got a late start, that just means your pile of work has increased tenfold. And that's why oftentimes people don't want to begin the journey. Not because they don't think they can, but they don't want to put the work in necessary. Stop focusing on where other people are in their journey unless you're going to use that as motivation to get yourself together. See, when people see social media, when they see what people are doing on social media, it doesn't motivate them. It makes them jealous. They'll ruin their own life situations with someone they love because they can't have what other people are having or what they think they're having. See, all these people on social media that are showing off, if you have time to brag about what you're doing, then you're not even really enjoying what you have. So why am I going to be jealous of somebody that has to pull their phone out in the midst of euphoria when they're at their highest moment with their friends or with their loved one, and they have to take their phone out to capture the moment, as if they're really going to go back and look at it? You know how many pictures and videos I have on my phone that I never go back and even look at? They're just there. And you don't go back and reminisce and have a fond memory looking at it. It's just sitting in your phone, or you use it as a tool to brag on social media or to friends that are around you. I don't want to be a bragger to my friends. I want to help my friends get to where I am, or where I'm trying to get to, let me say. And I want them to do the same for me. And if that's not the spirit that you're coming with, then I don't want to be your friend. I don't have time for people who are jealous in my circle. I have time for people who want to work hard, because all of us are great at something. And if you are my friend, I'm going to be there when your moment comes to cheer you on, and not to be jealous and backbiting on you in the background, talking about you, secretly hating on you, liking your post, not because I really like it, but because I feel like you're gonna feel a certain kind of way if I don't. Come on, man. That's what we're doing to each other. It's because we're disconnected from who we're supposed to be. And that's why all of these talks that I have, it always circles back to that. Because at the end of the day, that's our purpose, why we're here. Connecting with who we're supposed to be and being motivated by the people around us to get there, because we're motivating other people while we're doing our thing. I remember growing up watching basketball and watching. I was a huge fan of Michael Jordan. Later on, became a huge fan of Kobe Bryant, and now I'm a incredibly huge fan of Steph Curry. Now, I've loved basketball all my life. But I knew I wasn't going to be an NBA great. And so when I watched those great men, it didn't motivate me to want to go out and practice basketball, even though I love the game. It motivated me to want to be great at what I do. And once I discovered the things that I was great at, I could use the motivation of what other people were doing to help me along in my journey. Floyd Mayweather, Peyton Manning, great athletes. I looked up to them. They weren't gods to me, but they were men who were focused on their plan, on their journey, and all won and were successful. Got to the peak of their sport at some point. I respect greatness. I have an immense amount of respect for somebody who can take themselves from nothing and create something that the world will remember. That's powerful. And it makes me want to do the same thing. So instead of being focused on what I don't have, I can draw motivation from what others do have. So one day I might have, not what they have, but the things that I need and desire to continue to be great. So if I can motivate you today, if you're jealous, you got work on the inside to do. Because it's nothing more than a reflection of your inability to connect with your greatness. And you are great, you just don't know it. You haven't taken the time to realize what your greatness is or what it possibly could be. And so all you truly have time for is figuring that out if you haven't figured it out. And if you have figured it out, all you should have time for is sharpening your toolkit so you can continue to be a blessing to others, so you can continue to motivate others, provide for others, protect others, inspire others. Because at the end of the day, we all we got. CMB. No. But you understand what I'm saying. Life can be beautiful if you allow it. You can appreciate the greatness of someone else without being jealous of them. Allow the greatness of others to inspire you and motivate you to be even greater, because you never know where God could take you through your greatness. It doesn't have to be on stage. It may not even require having a lot of money. But what it can do is change your life and bring it to a level that you never thought it could be. And in doing so, you'll not only change your life, but you'll change the lives of everybody around you. That's my time, y'all. Peace to all my people in the struggle.
I started making this music like 20 years ago. Was kinda timid and shifted the way I rock my clothes. Was underrated and hated the way the game was invaded. So now I spit like the greatest if y'all don't really know. I started thinking my music would never take me places. I knew the game, it was changing, but now I'm changing places. I went from student to teacher, and now I'm checking the preachers who took advantage of people instead of spreading love. I'm sick of waiting for people to wake and see the frauds. I'm changing how I'm approaching the ones who show me love. I operate like a surgeon for those who think that my words are simply chants for the birds, like I be speaking tongues. It's time to build for the kids and put yourself aside. I threw my hat in the ring, so now it's time to ride. You in the way, better step aside, cause I got the vibe of a killer monger, knowing I'm the king inside.
Work hard cause I wanna get the bag. Time's up, about to show you who I am.
MIC.
Hold up, ain't no point in getting mad.